Welcome to On Second Thought. I'm John Price, and I'm here with our pastor, Jay Hackett, where every week we take a deeper dive into life at Peachtree Corners Baptist Church. Whether we're talking about the latest sermon, upcoming events, or just whatever's on Jay's mind, this is your insider look at our church, our staff, and what makes PCBC your church on the corner. So join our conversation as we help you find community, purpose, and growth. Let's get into it. Hello, and welcome to episode 47 of On Second Thought.
On Second Thought.
Yeah. We are approaching Easter. We've had a big weekend with the 5K.
Yeah.
Had a good turnout there. I think over 300 people.
Actually ran it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had close to 200 volunteers, I think, that were here at this place. I mean, wow. It was crazy.
Yeah. They raised $11,000 for neighborhood community ministries. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cooperative
NCM,
ministries.
Cooperative ministry.
Yeah. And then had the food truck there. A lot of people donated food. And then today, recording on Monday, is the Kiko's 15%, 5K day.
That's
so
right.
I hope a lot of folks are going over to Kiko's today for lunch. The 15%
or
proceeds.
Dinner.
Or dinner. You will have missed both if you're waiting on this podcast to remind you of that. But no, that went well. And do want to give a shout out to Wallace, and especially he wanted to make sure we thanked Susanna Trice, who just did such a bang-up job. She does a lot of the logistical stuff for these events. And so the mission days, she puts a lot of work into those.
Oh, absolutely. So, it was just a fun event. I mean, getting to see the community,
right,
and a lot of people coming out. They were talking yesterday, and I think it was Todd that actually brought it up about, have we considered it becoming a, what word did you use? A qualifier for the Peachtree. And if we made it a qualifier for the Peachtree,
we'd get a lot more folks.
You could get more people interested that go, hey, here's a local race,
right,
that actually would qualify me to go run the Peachtree Road Race.
What does that take, I wonder?
It was actually Megan Corden. She might know.
All right, Megan.
Get on that. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. So, I mean, just looking for opportunities to continue to build that and to let that be just a fun thing. The police officers that showed up, I know Spencer Cornett helped with all of those things. And bringing those guys in and just helping set it up. And everyone that I talked to was just blown away again by how well it was all set up, how easy it was to do it.
Well-coordinated.
Coordinated event. So
I did not run the race.
No.
You did not. I think you were gone by the time I got there at the end to do breakdown.
Yes.
And
I left about 10:30.
Yeah.
So I got there at 8 and then took off. I held a couple of babies, shook hands, and said, all right.
Yeah.
I've done my thing. So I got there early at 5 to run it just to make sure the route was
safe.
Exactly 3.2 miles.
3.1.
Well, I went 2.
Oh, okay.
Just to make sure that I completed it. I didn't want anybody to say you didn't do a 5K. So
well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Always thinking of your church body.
I am.
I at the end we were wrapping up. I think there were only like 3 or 4 of us left in there, and I was like, hey, do we have any more race shirts, like, extra large? And they're like, yeah, in that box. And I said, all right, well, are there any first place medals in there? If I'm going to wear a shirt for a race I didn't run, might as well double down, wear the medal as well. But did get a shirt, didn't get a medal. But
nice.
No, that was good. That's something, the 5K is something Wallace has been wanting to do for a while. And so last year when he came on doing missions, he did a great job with that. It's our second annual one, and I'm looking forward to many more.
Looking forward to number 3.
Yeah. So this Sunday was week 2 of the Guard Your Heart series. We had great worship with the strings.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since we've had.
It's been a long time since we've had
Jacob said a couple
Erica
years,
and
maybe.
Tiffany. And so it was great to have them back. And so to have the upright bass and the violin, and then even Andrew played the mandolin for us yesterday. And, as Todd says all the time, that room is made for strings.
Yeah.
And it just really was a special time of worship yesterday. And I love being able to do, just different things. And I think Jacob does a fantastic job of putting that together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a little bit of a heavy topic yesterday. We talked about the fact that the sin that we allow to linger in our hearts really does become deadly in our lives. And, as we unpacked some of those things, I really thought the response was fantastic, from our church, that it was something that people were actually reflecting on, considering, and then just laying it before the Lord and going, this really is a burden that I've been carrying. And,
right.
And I've got to lay it down, because I want to experience the power of that confession.
Yeah, and at the end of the service, giving them the opportunity to come down and kneel at the altar, and not that they have to do that. I mean, They could do that at their seat or at home, but there is something about just in corporate worship, coming down and just taking that moment. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
it's. I don't know. I think sometimes we need a movement if we can. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I can say I'm going to do this, but I really want to mean this.
Yeah.
And, so sometimes it nails that down to have that opportunity. But, it's just one of those things that sometimes we don't want to talk about it, or, we've downplay it, minimize it. And so I just wanted us to see yesterday that sin truly does not only burden us, but it does break the heart of God. But he's waiting, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't build us for guilt. He built us for grace, and he wants us to come to him and lay that at his feet. And the moment we do, it's immediate forgiveness. And you just see in that passage David's joy, restored to him. And I love that we could circle back to the first couple of verses there, and he's just going, man, can I tell you how blessed we are that we can lay our sin at the feet of the cross, and how Jesus just offers that grace and that forgiveness. It's a beautiful picture. And I think sometimes that, we forget that. And grace is available not only in our sin, grace is available every day of our life, and we walk in that and we can experience that. But especially in our time of sin, we just are in desperate need of that grace. And God's going, don't run from me. Come here, run towards me.
Yeah.
And just a beautiful picture of that yesterday. And I was very excited. This coming week, we're going to shake it up a little bit, and we're going to talk about what strengthens the heart. And so how do we continue to build up the gatekeeper, if you will, that is our heart? And how do we make sure that the decisions, the things that we're doing, are built upon the truth of God's word? So
that's great.
It's going to be a lot lighter, if you will, but still completely practical to go, okay, how do we do this and what happens in the days ahead? So I'm excited about Sunday. I think it's going to be a great day.
Well, and we had Discover class this Sunday, and we had a good turnout.
14, 15, something like that.
Yeah. Some folks, it was their very first time coming to church.
I love that.
That young couple with their baby, Michael and Hannah, little Mason, and I got to kind of show them around the children's area and invite them, and so I was glad to see that they came back. And then we have people who have been active part of our church for several years now, but aren't members. And so they're just kind of, and I think they said, we just love our life group so much. That's why we haven't been in this class.
We didn't want to miss.
We didn't want to miss a week. And so we love hearing that. And then we had another couple that are already members, but came to support a lady who's been visiting.
Yep. They personally invited.
They invited, right. Yeah. So it was just a great morning, a great class. And then so this next week, which is what we've started doing, kind of this protocol of let's not just let this sit. If somebody wants to take the next step into membership, let's have that conversation with them. So that'll be this Sunday where, it doesn't have to be this Sunday for them, but it is an opportunity of saying, look, we're here. We'd love to talk to you about it. And then if they need to get baptized, if they need to do anything else, or if they have any other questions, we can do that. And then quarterly business meeting, we vote on the names, and then it's official. So
I think the thing that I loved about the class yesterday was that several years ago, as a staff, everybody sat down and we talked about what's our win, right? Really, what is the win? And the win for us was community. And so the number one thing that kept getting said yesterday in that class was, we're looking for community.
Yeah.
And we found it. This is home. This is, and it was very affirming and encouraging. I think just yesterday, to me personally, to go, man, we're hitting the mark. A lot of times we don't know what the mark is, so we just go where the arrows are and draw the circle and go, hey, we hit the mark, But it was neat to say, this is our goal. This is what we really want to do. We want to be a community-driven place where people can do life together. And then the second thing is, we want to make it where the next generation are the ones that are bringing their parents. And we kept hearing that yesterday, and I'm like, man, it's working. And so just the excitement of that, we're continuing to see just steady growth, not doubling in size kind of growth, but sustainable growth is really where I'm seeing that and going, man, God, you are blessing in so many ways, and I'm so thankful for that. And so as we just continue to, slow and steady wins the race, let's be who God's created us to be and continue to reach this community for Christ. And so it's been great.
Yeah. A lot of great stories. And many people might think it's a class just to get information, but we get to hear their stories a little bit at the beginning of the class, which is neat to know who we're talking to and where they are in their journey. And we had a couple that I think used to be members here a while back, and then went to, I think, one of the larger churches in Atlanta, and came back because of that need for community.
Correct.
And found it here. And as I was walking that young family around, that's, they were coming from a larger church in Atlanta. And I said, look, here's really our superpower. We think that people, one of the biggest spiritual catalysts is the relationships around us, our community. And that's what we focus on. And it astounded me as I was taking them from the welcome desk to the children's area, how many people stopped them and just said, hey, to just gush over Mason or to welcome them. And it just kind of reverberated that idea of, this is who we are. This isn't just something on our letterhead. It's not just a motto. I mean, this is our people. And when I was just kind of showing them the nursery area and said, you can check Mason in or take him in to the service, whatever. Yeah. Showed him the nursing room if she wanted to go and sit in there. But Logan and Sarah were there at the door of the nursery welcoming them, and Chelsea and several of the other folks. And so it was really cool to see it in action. Our folks love each other and make guests feel welcome just day one. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's so encouraging.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So we have Easter coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah. April the 5th.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do one service, 9:30.
Yeah.
I know that is the kickoff of spring break, which is the following week after Easter.
Right.
So
we'll have no life groups that day.
No life group that day. No.
Right.
And no Grace Marriage, because we're moving Grace Marriage to the 29th of March.
Right.
And
It'll
so
be the week
in
before.
the evening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that day will be just a special time of donuts and coffee and train rides for the kids and photo ops and, just a wonderful time to be with family, to enjoy that and to celebrate the resurrection. So I'm very excited to talk about the cross one and, as we define what that truly means for our lives and how we need to live our lives every single day. And so my prayer is that invite somebody. Just, hey, it's always intriguing to me every time you ever look at statistics. Most people would say, if I was invited by a friend, I'd come, and so just invite, invite somebody to join you and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to bring somebody with me this year. And then you just pray that God would use that opportunity to say, hey, is this somebody that's looking for a church home, or is this somebody who's far from Christ that maybe this is their first experience with Christianity and understanding what it is? And, you just never know what God would do to use that. So I just encourage you guys to step out over these next couple of weeks and be prepared to see God do some great things on April the 5th.
Yeah. And let me invite you. We're going to be having a 24-hour prayer vigil that weekend, so Friday noon to Saturday noon, and you can sign up for that through the app or the website to be a part of that. You can do that as an individual, as a couple, as life groups. We will have a place here on campus where people can come in and pray, or you can do it at your home. I know if you're traveling for spring break, you can do it while you're on the road.
That's right.
So we want as many people praying that day before Easter for the service, for those people maybe who have never been into our church before, just for boldness and opportunities for our people to invite others. But be looking for that, and we're just kind of excited to offer that because we know the power of prayer, the importance of prayer, and want that to be a part of the DNA of our church. April last night, she went to Publix and she came home and said, "Hey, I just wanted to share with you what happened. That the security guard at Publix, he just kind of always says hi to me and he goes, can I walk you out to your car?" And she was like, "Sure." And so he was just, kind of asking her about her, and she was just kind of. She said it turned into like a 20, 30-minute conversation where he was just kind of sharing his life, and she was sharing, she said, "Do you have a church home?" And he said, "Well, I had one before COVID." But she invited him to the church and just talked to him about spiritual things. And, the opportunities around you all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And this opportunity was available because April just has a look of joy about her. And the guy said, "Look, you always look like you're just at peace and happy." It's just, I was just kind of drawn, who is this person?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I thought that was pretty cool. So
that's awesome.
I tend to, going by things that happen here at the church, RTF is resting terrorist face because, if I'm coming in the facility and there's like the women's Bible study or something, people are like, "There's some bald guy with a backpack. What? Yeah. Somebody alert the office." But and so I need to be aware sometimes of just, even if I'm in concentration or deep thought, I do need to be aware of how I appear to other people.
Correct.
So I thought that was just pretty cool, and she does. Awesome. She just has a joy in her heart that people are drawn to her, and so kind of as we say, the soft eyes, and just have a attitude of gratitude about yourself, one of grace, and who knows what God can open the door for opportunities.
100%
for really cool conversations. So, some cool stuff coming up with Easter and the season, and then, boy, it's crazy to even be thinking about the summer already. But it's coming quick, and we have a bunch of stuff coming up that we'll be talking about later. But
yeah, we will. 20 degrees tonight, but summer's right around the corner. So, exactly.
Yeah, this is one of those outliers. This is one of those weird things where, like, I got sunburned this weekend just being outside for a few minutes mowing my unkempt lawn. So, yeah, it's just a weird time. I think it's just for a day.
Yep, couple of days. I think it'll go down there next 2 days. But
okay. Ugh.
But then it'll warm right back up.
And an exciting week in that you're moving in?
Hopefully get to move in by this weekend.
Yes. That's awesome.
So our 8-month journey is coming to a close. And so I guess if we get together, we just have to do it to hang out. We don't get to.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. I'm looking forward just to.
I'm tired of lugging my tools.
Chilling and having a cup of coffee or drinking a Coke, and you don't have to lug tools with you everywhere.
Yeah, so. I'm tired of feeling shame over. I'll be there in the morning, which in John Talks means 2 in the
2
afternoon.
in the afternoon. But that's okay. That's
Things just
okay.
keep popping up.
No,
But
it's been awesome.
I'm excited about
thank
that.
you to everyone who has chipped in and who has helped.
Yeah.
And so God is good. I'm ready to be back to my 9/10 of a mile drive instead of 53 miles one way. So
Yeah, we're all going to get to show up differently.
yes, we are.
With more sleep.
There's joy.
Yes.
And so it'll be a great thing.
Yeah, people will be like, what's different about you?
What's the difference?
You found Jesus.
I have found Jesus again.
Yes, I
lost
have.
him somewhere in the last few months, but
Yes.
I got him back.
Yeah.
So
Goodness.
well, good stuff, man.
Yeah. Well,
So enjoy your week.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
let's look forward to what God's going to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being a part of PCBC, and God bless. Well, that's it for this episode of On Second Thought. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. If you have a question or thought, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to find out more about your church on the corner, check us out at pcbchurch.org. We'll be back next week with more. So until then, have a great week and God bless.